Ban and Protect is about to go underway, and I say about to, we've already had a fair few go through. The XR2, quite a quick one for them. Lots of assault rifles, we'll have to wave goodbye to 3 already. The XR2, the M8, and the Man-O War. Vespa, the only SMG to say goodbye to just yet. Overkill on Search and Destroy has been quite a staple ban. Rapid Fire especially makes a whole lot of sense, but less so, I guess, with the removal of all of these assault rifles and the Vespa, but I guess, you know what, it's just strong on any weapon you throw it on.
Yeah, the French have banned 3 ARs and high caliber, opposing the Brits and Millenium. Tommy's taken out an SMG Overkill. Active camo, I like it. Mad Cat making sure no one is sneaking past on the invisible side of things. I think Gataga may have opted for that. However, what will they pick here now in the specialist? Tommy.
Kinetic armor, calling it right now, straight out of the gate, or not. Glitch secured and acquired for Tommy, and a heat wave for the boys in Vitality. Now, I'm quite excited by Glitch. Heat wave needs a bit more explaining.
Yeah, Heat wave, Search to Destroy, it's that one-on-one gameplay where, look, I'm going to run and jump at you, and I'm going to win that gun battle because I have that in my back pocket. Tommy, we've spoke about how he's an in-game leader, he's the shot caller, if you like, but he's so clever at Call of Duty. You know how I said how Mad Cat knows how to play Call of Duty? Yeah. Tommy's the brains of COD. Like, he knows when to use that glitch, when to use everything else. And for me, if you want to kind of watch a player and how to learn how to play a game, well, technically it's all 8 of these players. But Tommy is a special type of player in his own right in Search and Destroy for sure. But yeah, definitely. Glitch play will be watched him. Whalers on the other side though, and Broken. Broken and Swanee are kind of like head-to-head and everything. The sight on the hardpoint, the psychosis on the Search and Destroy, and of course Gataga opting for that overdrive, so that fast-paced game mode.
So in terms of assault rifles, what's Swanee going to be bringing in now? I mean, I would love to see more of the Pharaoh from Tommy, but for Swanee, so he has the Shiva.
He has the ICR is available.
ICR and the HVK.
HVK, yeah, that's a potential one. Mad Cat's a big fan of the HVK, but one thing that Mad Cat always uses, which is very different to any player, was the AK. And we don't see it a lot. We actually saw it in that last hardpoint, but when I watched him, it just didn't seem to be doing the job for him. Maybe he'll switch that up, but we'll have to wait and see. Tommy ready with 30 seconds left. Very, very confident in himself. And Vitality and the boys will be going through them. But just to go through the rosters for you guys at home, Millenium, Tommy, Swanee, Jerd, and Mad Cat, also dubbed as the God Squad. At the moment, 0-1 in the series as Vitality, also known as Risking Broken, Whalers, and Gataga. They're boys from France, representing well. Can they do the unthinkable? Beat the God Squad?
Well, we're going to be seeing if they can display those kind of necessary angelic qualities as we are going to be loading on into this one. Just the score streaks to be done. Let's not forget, you know, the difference we saw when the HCXD was banned away. This isn't, however, going to be the case for this one. We're expecting to see a few more RC cars roaming the rooftops of Cairo. We're going to be finding out very, very shortly. Overdrive for both sides, I think this is one of those ones where I haven't yet to see, like, I understand everything. The logic behind the overdrive on S&D makes perfect sense to me. It's like, it's bread and butter. You want to have a fast rush. But I haven't seen, like, the really, really influential overdrive rush yet. I haven't seen that 2-3 entry frag, like, picked up from the overdrive. It hasn't happened, and I'd love to see it in this game.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that from Gataga. On the attack, he's going to get in the face of Millenium, use the overdrive, and kind of just shut them down.
Well, I'm excited to see it. Psychosis as well. Again, it feels like it's the same case as Overdrive. Is yes, we've seen it an awful lot, but have we seen it used correctly or used to the best of its ability? Still, we'll be finding out, and finding out on what map, I hear you ask. Breach, Search and Destroy, if we haven't said it enough already. And of course, it's going to be played out 1st to 6. You know the timers by now. And be seeing how this one does transpire. The rounds do go quickly. Keep your eyes on that clock, because we could be seeing people, especially if things get a little passive. 2 minutes on that clock, you can go down to 1 so damn quickly in those first 60 seconds. And already, we've got the in eyes of the attackers, Tommy and Jerd, going incredibly fast and taking early palace control. Not something we've seen so much. And this is going to enable them to completely nullify middle. This is gorgeous. Broken goes down. They're not going to be expecting another one, surely, as the fast plant comes in. Yeah,
Jerd with the first frag. Also, Tommy backing him up. The bomb's going to go down. We said that B1 was dominant, and that is what Vitality backed on. Mad Cat also picking up a kill for himself. Now 2 versus 4. Whalers and Gataga have the impossible.
Yeah, this is really not going to be easy. Just onto Whalers then. We said we wanted to highlight him. Oh, can he do a 1v4? No, is the answer to that question, as Swanee does put a bullet to his backside. Well, now, okay, 5 frag was all he could muster, but you can see just how quickly that frag came along. HVK for him, rocking the reflex long barrel and stock as well, worth noting, as well as the flak jacket, something that, of course, when the Semtex and the frag grenades are not banned away, you expect to see kind of as a staple.
Yeah, of course, those HC cars, of course, coming into play as well.
Yep.
But let's jump on board with Whalers, only player to have a kill to his name, actually going for the A-bomb site as well. This is interesting, replicating the Millenium squad. See if they can pull it off as well.
And you know what's interesting is their defense also kind of mimics what the French were bringing into this one. And apart from that player, who is that? Just needs to check their corners. It was Jerd, and oh my God, Jerd! That's 3. It could very well have been the ace, but Whalers does shatter that dream, and that was the one exception, the one kind of one player changing it up, keeping it interesting, and he manages to defend the A site almost entirely on his own. And now Whalers has to go for a bit of an uphill struggle. He's going to be pushing for this frag, wants to bring it down to a bit more of a level playing field. What? It thought he dropped off. Great positional play from Swanee, and that's going to be 2. Jerd, though.
Yep, that's one to watch back for sure. I mean, we didn't have it from Jerd's perspective, but of course we can get that for you. Swanee finishing things off here, just backing his teammate up, Tommy. Tommy, really sneaky play there. He put a few bullets in, hid behind the AC
he assumed
unit.
He dropped off. It's quite smart. Yeah, I like that a lot.
He's the brains of Search and Destroy. He knows what he's doing. Call for backup. Swanee coming in. Swanee and Tommy obviously been playing for so long. However,
looks like we need to come back up to us nice and quick. Exactly as we are going to be seeing the host kind of exit that one, so we're going to be coming back into that. But we know the score, 2-0.
Yeah.
In favor of Millenium, despite what I mean. I liked the idea of just kind of, what's the expression? You know. Kind of a taste of their own medicine. There I am.
Right.
You know, like quite literally, okay, they just went for a fast play on A, let's try the same. But Jerd just tucked into that corner, watched all 3 bodies past him, and then lined them up one by one.
Yeah, I'd love to see Jerd's 3-piece back. But
did you see his positioning, though?
No, I didn't see it
at all.
Oh, you
didn't? So,
no.
so basically, we saw him, everything else was the same. Literally mirror of the French. 2 players in middle very quickly. But Jerd went straight from mid into Palace and slid right into that tight corner as you enter Palace. So on your left when you enter.
Right,
and he just sat there and he let them pass, which is what which takes so much restraint. Because you know, and I say you, I'm talking to you guys at home as well. You know, that feeling when you see one and you're just like, no, wait a second, they don't know where I am. And that patience takes so much, and you look like you're actually dying. Are you all right, mate?
I need a cough. I need a drink of water.
Okay, you go hold your button and do that.
I think Jerd has really just taken the wind out of me right now.
Go, make sure you're okay. We can't have you dying.
I will
day
have
one.
A sip of water. However, what an intense game straight away, obviously from Millenium. Jerd, though, incredible play.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely incredible stuff as Momo needs to hydrate just so he doesn't die. Like, that's our primary purpose at this point.
I'm good, and I'm ready. Whew, okay. Jerd, stop it. You're killing me out here. But 2-0, I mean, straight away it's kind of become very dominant again. Is Vitality on that comeback? Do they have to kind of dig from the dark depths again? Do they have to come all the way back? Or are Millenium going to finish this one out this time?
Well, if I'm hearing this correctly, I have a story to tell.
Oh, I'm interested.
Apparently, there was an incorrect rule set once again.
Ooh.
And someone noticed it already. Thereby, there was a default win already. And I'm just trying to clarify who that was. I think that was Vitality that picked that one up. So Vitality win that search and destroy game because Millenium didn't set up their server correctly. Lesson learned. You know what, guys? Do you know what's kind of the beauty of this? I'm going to find a silver lining because I can. Is that this is quite literally just like a wake-up call to all of these teams. Like, dudes, this
100%.
This is whoa, you hear that? Call that profanity. This is the World League. You cannot afford to not set up your server correctly. You know the rule set. You will know it even more so as the weeks go on. I feel like that's something that will go without saying. But learning the hard way, it seems, as they're going to be picking that one up. Vitality pick up the win.
So Vitality picked up the hard point, fully deserved, don't get me wrong.
100%.
Search and destroy, Millenium looking hot. However, bit of a mistake there.
Bit of a wobbly, is what we'd say.
Now Millenium have to come all the way back from a 2-0 deficit. Is that correct?
Yes, you're absolutely correct. So, I mean, we could potentially be seeing Vitality pick up the W if they can make it happen on Uplink, CTF, or S&D. Uplink's going to be our third one. It's Infection. We love it well. We know it dearly. And you know what? This is something we already know. We are well aware the French can play and can play well.
Oh,
I'm thinking
100%.
about qualifiers. I'm thinking about Gataga holding the drone in a corner over on evac. You know what I'm talking about.
Gataga, you sneaky boy. Didn't work out then for you, so don't do it again this time.
Yeah, you were watching you. To be fair, we cannot criticize him when we've just casted a reject LMG game. So
yeah, 100%. I mean, this game for me so far most entertaining. probably down to the fact that we're watching the best of the French versus the best of the British, if you like. It is head-to-head. Bit of a storyline already. We're only 2 maps into the league, and straight away, you know, huge comeback. Raps have been involved. Forfeits happened. I mean,
but you know what
put
this
your
is
pads down, take a deep breath. I needed one.
Do you know what this is going to do, though? Millenium are going to be, like, not fuming, but they're going to be so motivated to just pick up this win now. Like, okay, search and destroy, we messed up. Like, it was our mistake. Now we have to win 3 back-to-back to still prove we are the God Squad and to prove that we want to start this league right.
Yeah, imagine if they came in with a straight 0-3 loss.
Don't get me started.
Oh.
Do not get me started. On Uplink, that's going to be their proving ground. They're going to have to show absolutely everything. And I have no doubt that they are making sure that that server settings are absolutely pinpoint correct before we do go into Uplink, because they do not want to be experiencing that same thing again. I was about to say that same experience again, experiencing that same experience.
Yeah, it's a tough one for them, nevertheless. Yeah. But for me now, I wish I could just be a fly on the wall and listen to the conversation of Millenium and what Tommy is saying. I can hear Jerd in his strong, thick Irish accent just being very frustrated and be like, right, come on, guys.
I thought we were going to get treated to a Phil Irish accent.
I might be ginger, but I'm not doing
Zero Irish in you?
No, zero.
Okay.
Just a guy from up north in England.
That's up north. In England.
But yeah, a fly on the wall, either side. Vitality must be so pumped as well.
But I don't know. Vitalities don't strike me as a team that would be particularly pumped for winning up by Forfeit.
I think they're like, what a comeback we've just done. Hang on, we've just got a free win. Let's win one more map.
And we've taken 3-0 Millenium.
Exactly. And what a start. You said it yourself before. How to start a league, get a win under your belt, get a win versus Millenium. You know, they're only going to play these again once if that is the case.
Yeah.
So for going into other games, surely they've got to be the favourites. But it's a long way away yet. Potentially we could see still a map number 5. Oh, it could go down to the wire.
Like, are we talking like a 2 comeback and then there's all comes down to hunted, search and destroy, and oof. This could promise to be a real kind of, you know, ending on a high. You know, the firework display. This is that kind of crescendo, that big finale, where they basically just light all of the fireworks. That's what we're doing right now, and it just kind of sounds like a big loud mess. But in the end, it will be a Call of Duty game behind all of that smoke, I promise. And hopefully, we're going to be loading into this one. It does look like it's time for the ban and protects, though. So let's throw them on your screens and let's talk about how.